Okay, how's this look? Because I think I'm a little far back.
Yeah, I think you need to get a little closer.
Okay. Okay, all right.
Right there?
All right, let's try that.
Okay, 3 count. Three, two. Hi, I'm Russ. I'm rebuilding a 1977 Mobile Traveler motorhome. This is all about the MT and me. Well, we got that heavy rain, so I just wanted to see how Pearl weathered the storm. Floor's wet. I see we have water in the wading pool. A couple of inches maybe.
There's some in the buckets there too.
Buckets here. Yeah, I noticed when it was just raining lightly that we had drips here and here. So that's what those were set up for. And it was dripping over here, so we had the pool pull back to get that. And apparently quite a bit came through. So I'm going to have to get on top and see how it might be pooling up. I'll do that here in a little bit. In the meantime, we're still pushed up a little bit, but not too much.
It doesn't have the weight of the air conditioner pushing down on the
That's very true. This is still pushed up a little
jack.
A little
Down
more.
on the jack.
This is still pushed up a little more back here. So yeah, well, still a work in progress, so we'll see what happens. We got a couple of days here with no rain, and then maybe some more this weekend. We'll try something else by then. All right.
All right.
So you're taking the foam insulation down in here.
Well, I'm trying anyway.
Having a problem?
Yeah, apparently the people who built this baby knew how to build a motorhome.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. It's not their work that's failing. It's the materials that they were working with, the paneling.
Oh, the construction is sound, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, here, you can see on this, what I've already got here. It's only where the water damage is that the foam is coming off the wall.
Yeah. You literally have to break the wood off of the foam. It's stuck.
Yeah, well, I split that piece on the bottom back there. That's why I quit working on it.
Oh, I see. I really hadn't noticed, but yeah, I see where it's all broken.
Yeah, you hadn't noticed, but you had your head in it.
Yeah.
Man, I love you.
I was looking at the floor, not the wall. So.
Well, look right here. Yeah, you can see the water damage. This surprised me.
Oh my Lord, this is all soaking wet.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's that's all wet. And the layers are just coming apart, so it's obviously been wet or been getting wet for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. All the way down the, yeah.
So for all those people who are saying, why are you taking the walls out? That's why we're taking the walls out.
Mm-hmm. We have issues to deal with, and this is obviously coming from up top. I don't know if it's from the pooling or the runoff or exactly what it is, but this has got to be coming in around that seam somewhere, or maybe the back seam. I don't know, because it's not wet above the door. That's pretty firm right there, but that's not. Go figure.
The piece in the corner is pinched in place, so it's going to be a booger to get out.
You said you're having a problem with these bottom pieces, too?
Yeah. The floor was put in after the walls.
Ah.
And anyone who's ever done construction understands exactly what that means.
Mm-hmm.
But it means that the wall panel is pinched in place by the floorboards.
It's like trying to, say you're remodeling a kitchen and you go to take the cabinets out and you discover that the floor has been built up around the cabinets, and
Right.
yeah, it's the same sort. It pins them in. So
Right.
yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, you get a gold star for that one.
Hey,
You learned something. I'm proud of you.
I've lived with you long enough. I pick up a few things. So that's where it comes from. So, well, anyway, I'm gonna let you get back on your foam, and I think I'm gonna take a peek on top and see how much water is just sitting on top of the old girl here.
Alrighty. Oh.
So, day after the rainstorm, and as you can see, yes, we still have some water standing on the top of Pearl.
Not as much as it was.
No, not as much as it was, but according to that board that we're looking at laying straight across, the roof line is just about level. You can see some areas to each side where it's sagging down, but from the middle to each side it seems to be touching. So maybe if we raise it up a little bit more in the middle, we can alleviate part of that water pooling.
Do you want me to hit that pump, hit the jack one pump?
Why don't you do that?
Okay.
You'll get inside there. It's Ree getting inside. She's going to jack up a little bit, and we'll see if it makes a difference here.
1, 2, 3.
3 pumps. Can't tell it did anything at all up here.
That's 4. Keep going.
Keep going.
5, 6, 7. Whoa.
Something fell. What happened?
A piece of wood behind me fell.
Ah.
Oh, the board on the other end down there fell over. Off the jack.
Ah, the one on this end on the back?
Yeah.
Because we pushed the roof up. Okay.
I raised this jack 1/4 of an inch.
Okay, I guess we can stop there on that one. I can see where it's raised it back here at the back where the water line's cleared away some. That's making a difference there. Do that again. You push on the other side the same way? You can definitely see that up here. Shows you just how much the roof is sagging in. Let it down and push it up again. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so until we get some additional support, this is going to be a problem. It's kind of like I said inside. This is a work in progress. But we are making progress, I think, so that much is good.
That much is good.
Thank you for your help inside Pearl. Okay. Well, water on the roof, but we'll just have to keep tweaking it until maybe we can find a way to keep it from building up there.
You know it's not going to stay up until we buy the metal to fix the roof, right?
No, there's not a whole lot more we can do except try to keep it as dry as possible and as leak-free as possible until we can get the metal and actually set about some proper repairs, now that we know the direction we're going to have to go. So, you've made a mess in here.
Yes, I have. But I have gotten every piece of foam that will come off the wall, off the wall.
Yeah.
And I want to defend my MT people because the shower wall, you said, oh, it's going to have a lot of moisture back there, so that'll come off real easy.
Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir. That is the one wall that has 0 water damage. They built this baby, or they built that shower watertight.
That's because that wall's a bad girl, M.M. We know it. We have the note that proves it. Anywho. So you got your work cut out for you trying to get the rest of this foam out, huh?
Yeah, I can't get it out until we can take screws out.
All right.
And we're not taking the screws out until we fix the roof.
No.
So until then, all I can do is work on pulling off more of the peeling paneling.
Well, there's plenty of that.
Yeah. Actually, no, there's not much of that left. I've only got like 3 sections left that I can get.
Well, while you're doing that, I need to refocus my attentions because we've done as far as we can go on the roof right now. So I guess it's time for me.
Oh, I hear it coming.
For me to get back on the engine. Which means we have a big surprise for you. Got a package.
Our first unboxing. Yay.
That's
well,
right.
no, actually, I don't think it is, but it's
This is
our first unboxing from somebody who views us.
This is courtesy one of my main gnomes, Glenn, who decided we had enough coffee, so he didn't buy us a coffee. He bought us a carburetor.
Yay!
So, yay! Thank you so much, main gnome Glenn. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know. So, we're going to do the official unboxing right here.
First of all, show off the outside of the box because there was an issue.
There was a bit of an issue. Someone handled it kind of roughly. I don't think there's any damage. We'll know when we get inside, but it actually punched a hole in the box where it looks like something almost might have cut it and cracked it open. Catch. Here it comes.
Hey, maybe there is some packing in there.
Quite a bit of packing. All right. Gaskets. And this. Looks like the right machine. 2-barrel carburetor, which is what we need. We have a 2-barrel manifold on 360 LA Chrysler engine. This certainly ought to do the trick. It is beautiful, appears to be in perfect shape, despite the not so perfect shape to the box. So,
Well,
I'm not going to worry about that.
Okay, you've gotten to unbox your surprise. You're all happy,
Yes.
but it is starting to get dark out here.
It is late in the day.
Yeah, you need to wait until tomorrow to try to do anything with your prize.
And in sending this to me, Glenn has given me some homework to do too. So I've got a couple of videos to watch, a little research to do on this carburetor and on working on the engine. But the key thing I want you to take away from this, one, thank you, Glenn, for the beautiful carburetor. That'll help us get rolling toward this engine work. And the second thing is, we are back on track on the engine. It's been a while since it's been turned. There's some things we got to check. But we're going to get started on that, see what kind of condition it's in, see about getting this carburetor on, and hopefully before too terribly long, we'll be taking a stab at turning her over to see how it's going to work. So, I'm going to go do my homework. We'll be back out here tomorrow and do some more on Pearl's motor here on the MT and Me.
Yes. Oh, and if anyone wants to watch the video that Glenn sent you the link to, it's been put in the playlist, How Other People Did It. Is that the name of the playlist?
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's on our YouTube channel. Check it out. All right?
Cool.
Good.
Come on, there's coffee inside.
Yes.
Yes.
And banana nut bread.
And banana nut bread. So I lost Russ, and I think I know where he is, as if the open door were not a dead giveaway. But, yep, that's what I thought.
Yes, I'm out here.
Yeah, you got a package, and then 2 days of rain.
It has definitely been raining, and it's keeping me from getting out here and doing what I want to on the engine. But they are predicting sunshine for tomorrow, so maybe we can get something done then. It's kind of interesting. Of course, looking a lot at how the carburetor goes on and what else we need to do to the engine before we even think about doing that, because that is a little bit down the road. You got this wonderful book that you got for me, the service manual for the entire vehicle, not just the motor, but everything. And it's great. It has all kinds of exploded views on the engine itself, the various carburetors that came on it at the time back in the 70s, and everything else we need to know. The catch is the service manual assumes that the reader has certain mechanical knowledge.
Sorry.
This is written for a serviceman who knows how to put a carburetor on and off, because it's just basic training, you know.
Now, in your defense, I know for a fact you have changed out a carburetor before.
I have, and I'd be a little more confident if I had one here to take off and put a new one on, but I've never taken one off of here. It was gone whenever I got this thing. So I'm just going to have to figure out the connections as we go. And there are 3 or 4 vacuum hoses and some other various connections that are going to have to be figured out. But that can all come later. Still, between my experience and YouTube videos and viewer advice and this book, I think I've got it licked. It'll just take me a little longer than it will the average mechanic. So,
yeah, you better knock on wood.
I'll learn something.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
I'm not in here.
Guess what? It's starting to rain again.
Oh, okay.
And I think that it's time to come in out of the rain.
Okay, all right. I just had to come look at it and see what I was dealing with. Hopefully tomorrow I get out here and cap on the valves a little bit to be sure they're not stuck. But that's tomorrow, and that's going to depend on the weather. So we'll see. In the meantime, I'll continue to read my book and pretend I'm a mechanic.
You're doing a good job.
I wonder.
Now, I seriously am getting in out of the rain.
Okay. been doing some research, some homework, considering the advice that I got from my main gnome Glenn, and from a couple of videos that he recommended I watch as well. So taking all that into account, I've decided on the next step on Pearl's motor here. And it's not putting the carburetor on yet. Yes, we got a brand new carburetor and I'm itching to do something with it, but all in due time, all in due time. First of all, we got to be sure the motor's ready. And 6 months ago, we turned the crankshaft in the motor. Some of you remember that video. If not, go back and watch it, because it's, well, it's pretty good.
What, 44?
44, I think, yeah, 44
Yeah.
is the one. Video number 44, if you want to reference that. But anyway, we got the crankshaft and we turned it, looked at the valves, and they all seem to be working, the rocker arms and everything. Today, we're going to confirm that those valves are okay. Now, the first step in doing that is getting to the valves, and that means I got to get the valve covers off. So
Aren't they nice and clean, though?
They are. They're nice and clean. They're all blue, Mopar blue again, right? Looks, you couldn't even tell what color they were whenever we first looked at the motor. But all that aside, I gotta get these covers off, and then we'll go from there. So that's the first step.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to work on cleaning up this mess.
You do that.
All right.
Have the valve covers off. And it's time to go around, tap on each individual valve, and I'm just going to tap on the rocker arm to see if there's any movement. I don't really expect the valve to go down. It takes more pressure than I can muster with a hammer. But want to be sure that the valve is completely up. In other words, if there's any upward movement to it at all. Now,
I thought you had the rubber mallet for that.
I do have the rubber mallet for that. I have the wrong hammer in my hand.
Yeah, okay.
Just as a cursory check, most all of these rocker arms are tight against the valve, which that alone would tell me that the valve's all the way up. There are a few that will rattle just a little bit. I don't necessarily know if that means the valve might be just a micron from being completely up, or if there's that much play in the rocker arm. So, one of you watching knows if that makes a difference, please comment and let me know, okay? Because I don't want to mess this engine up. Let's see if we get any movement. That's one of them that's loose and it's staying that way. This one is not loose. I didn't change it. That one's snug. It's got a little movement to it. That one's snug. Okay. one is firm. And staying that way. So is that one.
So are all of those moving now?
All of them are not. Most of them are. Just a little bit. And it's like it's sliding on top of the valve. It's not like there's a gap there. The rocker arm is not rocking, so it's not touching it tightly. That's what I'm wondering, if that's a problem or if that's a normal state of affairs. I'm not enough of a mechanic to know, so like I said, if someone knows for sure, please comment. So the time has come to turn the crankshafts once again, and we're going to watch these valves very closely to see if each one is moving as it should, and if it looks like it's coming all the way back up. It's just kind of a visual inspection, because if anything is sticking down, the piston should have a gentle enough motion to push it back up into the valve seat and keep on going. At least that's the theory. Let's see what happens. Are you ready, Ree?
I'm ready.
Then start cranking.
The hardest part is hitting my hand over here.
Oops.
Changed angles, so naturally it got harder. How's it looking?
So far, it looks like they're coming down okay, coming back up okay.
Well, what we have found out today is that it looks like all the valves are working okay. I won't say I'm completely convinced because, like I said, I would like a comment from somebody about the rocker arms being a little loose feeling, still touching the top of the valve, but being able to slide back and forth on it. So let me know what you think about that if you would, okay? I would really appreciate it. Beyond that, our next step, well, getting the valve covers back on. I got one back on. Gotta get the other one on here in a second. And then we're going to start looking at maybe getting this manifold cleaned up, doing a little cleaning around the top of the engine, see what vacuum hoses we're going to need to replace and things like that, all in advance of eventually getting to the point of putting our brand new carburetor on. So, we've got lots to look forward to, but we appreciate you coming along for the ride this week. Don't forget, look for the link down below. Buy me a coffee, help out with the Pearl project, okay? Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Be sure and give us a thumbs up, a like, and a share on this video. And join us every Sunday morning, including next week, right here on the MT and Me. Till then, I'm Russ. Ree's behind the camera. We'll talk later.
One of these days I'll have to tell the story about the guy who ripped the oil funnel off on the trip to South Dakota. That was a good story.
That's a good story.
Yeah.